y'all. And we right back. Okay, we told y'all we was coming right back on that thing. You know what I mean? We coming right back into it. Okay, we double whammy. Bam, bam. Welcome again to We View Wednesday. We are Faith Over Everything podcast. We are doing our reality TV review show. I am one half of your host. My name is Angela Suggs.
I'm Jasmine Suggs.
And we are here because I just feel like it, whatever. We here, y'all. Again, we're not reality TV. We are not reality TV. Okay, we live in reality.
They ain't ready for all that. I ain't ready for all that.
I'm not ready either. But yes, we are reviewing the reality TV show Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is your first time here. We do a scene by scene breakdown. Okay, we are on breakdown. Something number breakdown, something like that. Anywho, Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 11. It is titled Makeups, Slip Ups, and Cover Ups. All right. This episode picks up right where we left off. We are at dinner, and Drew has started to cry. You know what? I feel like her feelings was hurt though, because that's how I hurt. That's how I cry when my feelings hurt. You just like be sitting there, and you be trying to be like the bigger person, and then it just come over you. You just be like, and you just got to get up and go. I've been there, Drew. Okay, I've been there. I was like, that made me really hurt. In my opinion,
I saw myself in Candy. And I was like, girl. Because I felt Candy on that. Like, girl, you've had real arguments before. Like, this was nothing. This was really you just tasting your own medicine. Like, this wasn't
it doesn't feel good, does it? Ain't that what Sheree told her?
I wasn't talking about your kids. I wasn't
even
talking
husband? About... Huh? Your husband been out in Tampa. They've been talking about your husband being out in Tampa. You don't know where that man was at. The blogs
you and your own husband been in more heated conversations or discussions or debates than this, and you didn't shed not one tear.
Listen, that baby
ball up in Portugal. You finna go outside, girl. You don't know if they gonna come get you. You better get yourself back in this place.
You can't be going outside. You don't know. Well, anywho, speaking of outside, Sonya, Sheree, and Kenya go outside after Drew. Drew says she is tired of people not acknowledging her emotions. Okay, my feelings are real. This lawsuit is real. Okay, it's really been a thorn in my side. It's affecting me and my family. This is not a joke. Okay, it's not a joke. Okay. It's not a joke. Okay, so that's what she said. So then Sheree was like, okay, y'all, let me talk to her. You know, y'all can go on, whatever. Drew don't want to talk to her. Drew was like, she feel like Sheree has not been listening to her. And now, she feels like Sheree has not been listening to her and how she feels about the issue. And now she's just being very, very defensive. Like, I don't want to talk to you, because Sheree, I feel like Sheree was trying to be genuine in that moment. Yeah, like, okay, y'all, let me just talk to her about my. She like, no, I don't want, no. My girl.
Not you sounding like a cat.
No. So Sheree's not able to speak to her, but she says that Drew. So she was like, was this in the confessional? I didn't put if it was in the confessional or not. Probably was. She said Sheree, Drew had no issue bringing to her in front of the group what she heard. Oh yeah, this is in the confessional, because Sheree was like, she don't want to talk to me, but she ain't had no issue bringing up what she heard in the blogs in front of the group to me, whatever. So that's why I brought it to her, because I seen it, and I'm gonna keep bringing it every time I hear it. Every time I see it, I'm going to bring it to her, because I don't care. Well, she didn't say she didn't care, but she did say every time she see it, I'm going to bring it to you. Okay? Who going to check me, boo? Literally. Who going to check her, boo? Listen, them is her words.
Okay.
So then Candy said in her confessional that Drew's tears in that moment seemed like a movie scene, just because that's when she was saying like she's seen Drew get into more heated arguments. So like,
Mhm.
what's really going on? Sheree tells Drew that she didn't know that the issue was a lawsuit and that, you know, she won't talk about it again. And she appreciates Drew being vulnerable. Kenya chimes in and was like, what she said, what is it, $1,000? What's $1,000 divided by 8? Everybody was like, mind you, it's just the four of them, her, Sonya, Sheree, and Drew. So I was like, either, I don't know if it happened as fast as it happened, because I was like, is they really trying to figure out the math on that? Like, was they really trying to be like, what, $1,000 divided?
I think Sonya, at least for me, if I was in that predicament, I'd be like, what we dividing for? Drew got $1,000.
And that's what I was thinking. And then on top of that, production gonna be petty. It showed a clip of Kenya talking about only broke bees split dinner checks. That was like, so women can split lawsuits now if you got to. I mean, if you have to, well, what if you got to split dinner checks? Does that mean that you? So that means she broke. You telling me that Drew ain't got $1,000? Drew ain't got $1,000.
Drew has $1,000.
Girl,
we're not
didn't
splitting
they?
anything.
How much money did they just give Sonya? Sonya could have gave that money back from the little.
That, like, Kenya, this the wrong crowd. You trying to raise money for the wrong crowd. You should have been doing that at the Mommy's Club or whatever she had.
You was just at the Mommy Nation brunch talking about this table alone got $50,000. Like, girl. So damn. So now y'all ain't got $1,000, or now she ain't got $1,000.
Right.
Not even that. Y'all don't have $1,000 because you said split it between the 8 of y'all. Why y'all gotta split it? Why you just can't be like, girl, I pay the money? Like, if you care.
That's what Marlo said.
Exactly.
I was like,
Marlo was like, "Who can I just pay $1,000 for it?" Like, girl, like, what's the problem? So she's like, you know, can we just pay it just so it can go away? She want to, you know, just make it go away for Drew. Drew said it isn't about the money. They paid the girl already, and that is stuff that they don't know about. So that had me confused because I was like,
who be lying? This had nothing to do. The crying, the $1,000, this lawsuit, it has nothing to do with this made up girl. I mean, she ain't made up. She might be a real girl.
I mean, you don't think it might be something else to it? Like, you think it might be more than just the nanny story? Like,
I feel like
maybe that's what she ain't talking about.
Yes, I feel like it's more to this than this lawsuit. I feel like she said it's coming between her family. It's only about your family right now. Like, you're having issues with your family right now, and you're trying to cover it up, and you're balling it up, and you're not being vulnerable with nobody. Not to say that you need to be vulnerable with these girls, but you're not being vulnerable with nobody. So you're holding all of this in, and now in Portugal, it's spilling out, and anything that you feel like could hit a trigger or whatever the case may be, now you like, it's not a joke. It definitely is a joke. Like, because if it was that serious, like when she brought it up at the house, you would have been like, let me pull you to the side or whatever and tell you how serious it is or whatever.
Or just been like, initially when she said, like, I can't talk about it. It's a lawsuit. Exactly. It's a legal matter. Do what Candy did with the gun stuff. It's a legal matter. We ain't talking about it. Yes.
Learn from her. Like, you can learn from that worldwide chick. Goodness.
You know Drew Atlanta wide too. Don't do her. Okay, she Atlanta wide.
And Chicago, because she from Chicago.
I mean, okay. Anyway, Kenya still was like, girl, I don't care if I don't know what it's about. It'll make it go away. Let's make her go away or get you a better lawyer. Like, I
was like, Kenya, be careful because you're talking about something. Let's make her go away. Like, you on TV.
But not even that. Kenya.
That baby.
Kenya, how you gonna tell somebody else to make their legal situation go away? You've been getting
You
divorced for
can't get
5 years.
a divorce after 3 years. Girl, say that $1,000. Don't try to divide nothing. You
That's
and
why she was
Martin,
trying to
y'all need to
divide it.
divide whatever y'all got going on over there. Sign them
Kenya's
papers and
smart.
go about your business.
Like Kenya's smart. That's why she had to divide it because she can't be on TV giving away $1,000. And Mark could be
Because
like,
Mark gonna be like, she had enough to do this, so
she
she can
is
add that to my
exactly.
spousal
She
support.
out there paying out other people's lawsuits, but she want my money or whatever's going. I don't know who want who money,
He
but
want her money. She said that a long time ago.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so she probably saying she ain't got it. So I can't be out here acting like I got it. I
That's
ain't got
right.
it.
That's right, girl. You
And
better
that's
act
why
like
she was
you.
the host for the fundraiser. You ain't finna see me giving away no money. I was hosting. Okay. They ain't asked me to donate
I got
nothing.
everybody else's money.
Kenya, girl, baby, listen. You better do it, girl. So then Drew keeps saying that it's things that she can't talk about. That's really going on. So then in the one-on-one, the producer was asked her, "Is there something you aren't telling the women?" Then she goes on to tell the producer, well, last year when they went out of town is when that assistant popped up last season. So if you guys watched last season, this assistant was texting her husband, Ralph, and wanted to give him a massage or whatever
Mm.
else. And so that was around the time the assistant popped up that wanted to massage Ralph. So now this time around, she's going out of town. And when she did her video, um the producer from the video, so when the producer from the video, which happens to be a lady, um she's the same one that invited him to do the audition in Vegas for the little Black Magic Mike at the video shoot. She was oiling him down for the bedroom scene, whatever, which very much could have been protocol or like, however, she was like, she just has trust issues at this point. Whatever. Like every time she, not gonna say every time, she went out of town, this lady and popped up. Now you going out of town to do this audition in Vegas with this lady who last time I seen her, she was oiling you down. Then she asked you to come get naked in Vegas to do the Black Magic Mike. What's going on here? Okay. I don't now I feel like, I mean, she can't tell that man what to do. But I was like, but I wonder, did she express how she felt before he went to Vegas?
Absolutely not. She didn't.
What did you say?
Not
I
that
feel
it
like,
probably would change his mind,
mm-hmm.
but I don't think that she had expressed it at all. Because again, like all of this stuff is probably bottled up. That she
Mm-hmm.
wants to express it to him, but she doesn't know how he's going to either take it or whatever the case may be. Like he might go ahead and do what she think he gonna do anyway or whatever if you put it in his head.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
yeah,
in all honesty, not to be like that, but it's Ralph, so it don't mean he gonna care. Not gonna say he don't. I don't want to say he don't care, but I feel like he don't care because if you disappear to Tampa for days on end and you can't tell me where you at, you ain't gonna care if I tell you I don't want you to go to Vegas because I feel like I don't know what's gonna happen there and I don't want you to go without me. He gonna be like,
okay,
deuces.
I gave you that
Thank you.
brunch. What she say? He a gaslighter or what
He's
is
a
it called?
gaslighter. He's a
Gaslighter.
gaslighter.
So
Yes. All right. So Sheree and Drew wrap up their conversation. They're going to squash it, or they squashed it. And so they go back to dinner with everybody else. They turn the focus to Candy, and Kenya expresses that she feels away because Candy has been absent from the festivities. Candy got a lot going on with Escape and other opportunities that she doesn't want to say no to because let her tell it. She's still in her building stage. Everybody like, what? Girl, what you building? Like what you it is built. Okay, I don't. Are you renovating?
listen,
Do you mean
renovating.
you're
I
renovating?
told you she renovating. She need remodeling. She said, listen, the building is there, but I need to do some remodeling.
I guess. Listen, I mean, I guess, me and Jasmine did talk about this scene a little bit because we were talking about how, like, we definitely didn't understand what she was building either because, of course, from the outside looking in, it definitely looks like she built up. But then she did mention something about like once you lose something, you never want to lose it again. So she's trying to do everything she can to hold on to like certain stuff. So I don't know. Maybe y'all know. Put it in the comments if you do. Like, has Candy ever suffered a financial loss or something that she just kind of like, I'm never gonna go, never gonna let that happen again. So booked and busy I am. So Sheree points out that it is important through it all to make sure that you maintain some me time, and ask Candy, how does she juggle it all? Like, Candy admits she doesn't have any me time. Whatever. So the ladies are like, okay, well, you're gonna get some me time this weekend. This weekend is your me time. And then that wraps up day 1 of Lisbon, Portugal, whatever you want to call it. Day 2, all the women meet up to head out in the little lobby area. Everyone but Kenya is downstairs, and they all head out to the Sprinter around 11 a.m. to get the day started. Now, I want to say when they showed them down in the lobby initially, it was like 10:30. So people was down there like 10 o'clock. Now, one thing I would be like, how much do these Sprinter drivers get paid? Because what you're not about to do is just have me sitting here. Like, y'all told me 11 o'clock that I'm supposed to come pick up these women. We're supposed to go about our business. Now, I can get if it's 11 o'clock and it's like a big group of people. It's 7 of y'all. Y'all gonna make me cuss up on this Sprinter. Who not on the Sprinter? Call that heifer. Give me her room key, her room number, something.
Down on here
I
right
will
now.
drag her butt up out that room. Get your butt up on this bus. Kenya finally comes down at 11:33. And you know what happened? She fell. Soon as she got out. Now,
I laughed. I told Aaron, I said, oh my goodness, I didn't even see if the girl was okay, but that junk just... I'm terrible, y'all. Even if I fall, like literally, even if I fall up the stairs, down the stairs, anywhere, I'm terrible, y'all. But I laugh.
Don't laugh at me if I fall. Well, I'll try not to fall, y'all, because my knee bad. But anywho, that baby fell, and I was like, well, it did look like she fell for real. It don't look like she played that, because I mean they had the little wet cone signs out and everything. So I don't know if her shoes.
She wasn't even walking fast. So like, girl,
exactly. That's why I was like, I mean, I don't listen. I ain't gonna judge her because listen, I got a bad knee, so once you kind of get a little, you just miss it. You just. So wait, now
the driver was looking like. Let me go over there.
Really? I thought we was about to leave.
And here we are. Now I gotta wait a whole nother 30 minutes because the ambulance gotta come.
Girl, who paying me? Who is paying me? Because this is not what I signed up for today. I did not sign up to be waiting for these girls to not go nowhere. Like,
I want to see that contract.
So Kenya falls. She get up. Her back is hurting. It's causing her pain. So she has to go to the hospital. And then she was like, Candy, can you come with me? And when they was walking, Candy was like, because it was like they was like carrying Kenya and Candy walking behind. She probably coming for more support. I'm gonna just make sure you all right. And then Kenya was like, Candy, will you come with me? Candy like
come with you, girl. Do you know my time is limited here already? And you want me
to thank Lord Jesus. So then they're all kind of like sitting around. Everything is going on. Drew is talking to Courtney. And she's telling Courtney that it's unfortunate that this happened. And Courtney was like, well, the universe, it has a way of forcing things when it's necessary. And Drew was like, oh. She said the universe has a way of forcing things when it's necessary. There is a thing called karma. And then Drew was like, oh. And she was like, you don't believe in that? And then Drew was like, so you saying that was her karma? She said, no, I didn't say that. Girl.
So why are we talking about this?
Courtney, this is why I be having my issue with you. You said it, girl. I watched it twice. You said the universe has a way of putting things together or making things happen, whatever, when it's necessary. It's a thing called karma. You the one who said there is a thing called karma. 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 That baby ass. You saying this is her karma? No, I didn't say that. Be gone, Courtney. Courtney said, I think this happened to clear the negative energy out. So again, ma'am, what? So you're saying she deserved it? I mean, that's that she deserved it, but like it's very much sounding like you're saying this is her karma, and that now y'all got all the negative energy out. Because remember, you said last night that she had mean girl energy, whatever. So now all the negative energy is out. Drew is not comfortable with the word karma being brought up with people in situations like this.
Is she okay with any type of words? You can't say nothing about Drew.
I don't like shooting.
You can't say nothing about Drew.
Don't say the word shooting because that nope, that triggers me. Don't say trigger because that deals with shooting. Oh, don't say shooting. Oh God. Lord. Whatever. But then Courtney point out, which I agree, this is the second trip. The second trip where Kenya is being taken out on a stretcher. I was like, dang, Courtney, you're right.
She is. She must got some good insurance, because baby, listen here.
Them ambulances.
I be like, don't put me in don't look, I've been like Candy. I was like, if she run up, don't you grab me. If they call the ambulance, don't you put me in the ambulance.
I was like, y'all better put me in one of them sprinters. That man been waiting long enough. Right.
Take me to urgent care. Don't take me to the emergency room. Take me to urgent care.
The production probably paid for it. Listen, I hurt myself on y'all set. Y'all better pay for this. So then, apparently this is when we find out that Candy's only on the trip for 2 days. Yesterday was the first day. We on day 2. And she about to spend day 2 at the hospital with Kenya. I said, girl.
What a friend, what a mighty good friend. Because I would have been like, I'm going to send some help.
Yo, I wouldn't have been on this trip. I had food poisoning 2 days ago. Yeah. I'm going to stay my butt at the crib. I'm sorry, y'all. Ooh, I don't feel good. It's an 8-hour flight, 8-hour plus flight already. I ain't going to be able to make it. I was only going to be there for 2 days. So, I'll see y'all at the next event that I got time for. I'll see y'all. I'll holla. So now we're at the market. They meet up with the chef to pick out their own fresh food for him to cook for them for lunch. So the chef is going to come. They go to the market, pick their food. Monietta FaceTimes Candy. They are in a long waiting room. I only found one person who speaks English, and that person trying to help them. They hang up. Marlo was like, see, this is why it's important to know people when you go places, because if something happens, you don't want to have to be in no waiting line, blending in with everybody else. And that's what Candy do. She blend in. Okay, she be blending in.
Like, what did you expect her to do, though? She don't speak Portuguese.
She's supposed to start singing.
Right. What you want her to do? Start showing her money? They don't care about that American money.
Maybe like, well, they might know no scrubs. I don't know what they know overseas. But then even then, they're going to be like, you not TLC, but I wrote the song. But I wrote it. Pen? Paper?
You be like, oh, you don't want no scrubs? Well, I'm definitely in the ER and I wear scrubs. So, like, do you want my help or no? Like,
girl. Also, you don't want a doctor? So no doctor. Okay.
Right. Back to the line. Girl, she's so irritated with that. Like, so what you would have did? Because you claiming that you know people worldwide, so why you didn't go with her? Why you didn't get her together?
Cause she Atlanta-wide. They not in Atlanta no more. No, girl. Now we are at the lunch, wherever they went for their lunch restaurant. Sheree tells the waiter that she heard that they have a green wine. So, you guys have a green wine? And he's like, oh yeah. She's like, oh, okay, let's get the green wine. So they order that, and they all excited. And when the wine come out, it's white. So they like, oh, what? I thought it was gonna be green. He like, no, it's just that we call it a green wine because the winery it comes from the vineyard is very green in color. Like, it's up north, and so they're like, oh, womp womp. I'm like, I thought it was gonna be green. I ain't gonna lie, that's my first time hearing it too. From what they said, I thought it was gonna be green. But I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Grapes, they make green grapes out of wine into wine, and it don't come out green; it comes out white. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, hey, I learned something new though, that there's green wine in Portugal. Um, Marlo is talking to the women about Scott Lee. She shows pictures from their first date and the roses he got her. Sheree said, "Well, Kenya said that she feel like it's not real, like the little relationship." Monietta was like, "Yeah, it's giving a little tender." And then Sheree was like, "That's exactly what Kenya said." So that very much makes me feel like Kenya and Monietta and them and had a conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
Monyetta's just repeating what they have already said, because if you didn't already say it seemed tenderish, and now Monietta saying it seemed tenderish. Not to say that Monietta stole it from Kenya. Maybe Kenya took it from Monietta. Either way, I don't think that was a coincidence. I think they talked about it amongst themselves. Um, then Monietta said that it's just a little early. Now I will agree with Monietta, because when that man showed up at Drew's house, I said, "Why AC here? I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. You've been on one date with this man.
Well,
Why are
they
you
only
bringing
televised one. We don't know how many dates they done had after this.
when they in Portugal, you showing pictures from your first date?"
That's true. But maybe the first date was the only memorable date that they had. Like these other dates has been something else.
No,
Yes.
uh, they
Yes.
didn't only been on one date. You didn't brought this man to my house. Now you know where I live at. I don't,
True. That is true.
I was like, when he came to the house, I was like, I mean, I can see if we was meeting out somewhere at a restaurant. I don't know. I agree with Moyetta in that sense, that it was like, it's a little too soon to be bringing him around everybody. Sheree said, "Well, Marlo knows Roy too." And then Moyetta says that she doesn't like how Marlo is trying to take Kenya shine.
What shine?
Girl, I said, but you ain't had no problem with Kenya trying to take Sheree shine. When Kenya brought Martell around and made that whole hoopla, you was right there with her,
Mm,
encouraging her to talk to Sheree. Should I tell her? Should I tell her? And yeah, you should tell. No, you shouldn't tell her. For why? For
mm-mm,
what? For why? What for why? What for
mm-mm.
why?
There was nothing to be seen, literally.
Yeah. So it was like, so you trying to come for Marlo to be like, oh, you trying to take Kenya shine? No, she wasn't. She was just minding her business. I mean, I don't know. I just whatever. Um, Marlo said, well, when Kenya showed the picture to everybody, I was like, oh, that's Roy. I went on a date with him. I didn't make it a big deal. Whatever. Like, she didn't make it
Like
to a
y'all
big.
the ones that made it a big deal. She was just like, "Oh, I know him. I went on a date with him." And even when they tried to make it something deeper, when they was like,
Mm-hmm,
"Oh yeah, Marlo had dated him," she was like, "No, I did not say that. I said that we
mm-hmm.
went
I went
on
on
one
a
date."
date. Yeah. Like, she was very much like, okay. But then Moyetta was like, but then you went to the DM. Marlo said, oh, yeah, I went to the DM just like Kenya went to the DM about Martell. Remember that? I usually do a lot of things that she do. I was like, oh, but I was like, you know what, Marlo, you ain't wrong. That baby
She
said,
not. She is
I
not
do what
wrong
she
for that.
do. I do what she do. So she went to the DM about Martell. I
Right.
went to
Like
the
all this
DM.
stuff you bringing up, did you bring all this stuff up to your friend Kenya? Because she did all of that stuff
Mm-hmm.
and made a big scene. I didn't even make a
Mm-hmm.
big scene.
And then Sheree was like, "Oh yeah, but your DM is still there, right? We can see your DM, right? We okay, yeah." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Ooh, that is true. That is true."
Mm.
But while they speaking about Martell, all of a sudden, ring, ring, ring. Sheree phone rings, and it's Martell. She put him on speaker. I think she told him he was on speaker. Um,
Did
and
she?
then
I don't know if he
when
knew
she
he
was
was on
like, "Oh, hey,
speaker.
Mar," they had all said hey or something, and he was like, "Oh, y'all lit or y'all whatever." So I don't
Yeah, I think
know.
that well, it's Martell, so maybe he
Yeah,
thought they was just real loud.
I don't know. But then he like, yeah, so you gonna be gone for how long? Because we haven't been apart this long without having sex. So make sure you think about me at night. So then I had to go back and be like, well, maybe I need to apologize to Sheree. While we talking about that's why she don't want to do that fibroid surgery. Apparently her and Martell be getting it in. Okay, she ain't got
Girl,
8 weeks to sit
please.
out. Okay? She ain't got it. She ain't got it. Jasmine's not convinced.
I'm not believing it.
But I was like, why would you say that on speakerphone?
That's
Like,
why I think he wasn't on speakerphone, because he doesn't seem like a person that
it,
wants his business out there like that.
I don't know. I don't know.
So
We'll talk about
yeah,
that later because we ain't talking about that show. But I got some stuff to tell you, girl, about that
oh
show.
gosh.
We're gonna talk about that later. Okay, anywho. So then Sheree decides, since we are being authentic on this trip and the ladies are saying, so then Sheree decides to have a conversation. She tells Drew, since we're being authentic on this trip, when you got up, the ladies are saying that they heard Candy say and sing the night before. All the women, listen, Monietta, I ain't got no issues with the baby, okay? But she definitely be playing favorites. What you not about to do is sit up here and be Stevie Wonder, okay? Okay, Kiki Palmer, you can't be Stevie Wonder to the. I'm Stevie Wonder to the bed. I'm Steve. You don't see nothing. Everybody else like, oh yeah, Katie said that. Moyetta like, I ain't hear it. Moyetta the only one talking about some shit. Hear Katie say it. They play the flashback
Listen,
scene.
she said, "Listen, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down for my friends. Okay, Kenya and Candy are not here, so I'm finna stay. I'm finna stick up for
She
them."
ain't have to say nothing. Did nobody
She
ask her
definitely didn't have to say nothing.
individually to say, "Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear?" She could have just been quiet. Like, be quiet. Tonight is the night that we ride. Okay, she could have just been all right, kept it to herself. Don't tell nobody else. You ain't nobody ask you. Anywho, so she said she ain't hear it, even though we all know that she said it. Drew says, I want friends. Drew says, I want friends to care about the things that I'm dealing with. So when I was talking to you, Sheree, like you weren't hearing me. She was like, so then even before she could finish, Sheree was like, we talking about Candy right now. And that
Right?
was
She's like,
she like, I want friends who care about me. So last night, Sheree, you weren't here. We talking about Candy. Why are you talking about me? We talking about
right.
Candy.
I'm throwing somebody else under the bus. I'm not throwing myself under the bus. I
Girl,
don't.
you not
I
the
don't
bone
care about
collector. Why you acting like you don't know I'm supposed to do what I do? Okay, I'm bringing you this bone. Collect it. Collect. Here is your
it. This is an attempt to collect a debt. Yeah.
collect. Okay, girl. What? Drew said, well, in that moment, just like you misinterpreted my feelings, maybe Candy did too. Sheree said that she feel like it's a lot of fakeness going on. Okay, because you're trying to you just gonna give Candy benefit of doubt like that. Okay, girl. So then it says 7.5 hours later, Candy and Kenya are out of the hospital. Kenya has no broken bones. They gave her some pain medication and they back at the hotel, I think. So then they go to this pottery place. Marlo claims whenever Kenya and Candy are not around, everyone gets along and the energy is just better and different. Out of nowhere, for some reason, Sonya and Monietta decided to have a
Girl, I was so
and scene
confused. I was
moment.
like, this is dumb.
Yeah, like they, girl, why you looking at me like that? I don't know, blah, 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 and scene. Okay, whatever. And I think the whole and scene kind of triggered Drew a little bit because in her confessional, she was like, okay, so everybody is sharing Candy's brain now. And I was like, oh, why did I share Candy's brain? But then I had to have a moment like, oh yeah, Candy said and scene. Like, but then I was irritated because when Sheree brought it to you, you had forgiveness in your heart. So why all of a sudden and she
But then,
misinterpreted you?
You didn't remember the unseen part. So what you saying unseen for?
Well, I mean, we were just acting. We were just acting. We just wanted to have a moment. Had nothing to do with Candy.
Girl.
I would never.
But
I would never do anything at Candy's
for Marlo
expense.
to say that they always getting along, they wasn't just getting along just earlier at that thing. They had a little tussle. It wasn't as
at
deep
the
as it
at the
usually
lunch.
is. Mm-mm.
Like what we look just that quick. I had forgot what they had talked about. Oh, and it's
They
talking about
was
Roy. Talking about
mm-hmm,
her and the DMs and Roy and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Look, yeah, I forgot that fast because it wasn't really that.
Because it wasn't
But it wasn't
important.
that deep. It wasn't that deep. That's why. Because I'm like, what happened? Drew said, Drew said she lets. Okay, oh, I'm my bad. I went too far. Sheree says the plan for the rest of the night is to have a slumber party because the Pottery Barn, nothing happened there. That was really it. Just that little
Yeah.
stupid moment. They go back to the hotel. They're gonna have a slumber party. All the girls meet in Sheree's room. Candy is happy to spend time with her friends before she has to leave. She tells them that she has to go because she has concerts coming up that weekend. Drew lets her know that it was brought to her attention. So she did collect the bone. She collected it, and now she like, okay, it was brought to my attention that you had said and seen. And it was funny because when she said it, Candy had said it with her, like, and seen. Like, you
Like, and what? Like, I said it, and I said it again.
yes. Like, or she was like, unless she brought to attention that she said what she said. Candy said, I said and seen. Like, y'all wasn't having that bad of an argument. So I don't understand. Like, that's why I made the joke. Drew said that there is time for fun, there's time for shade, but she was being vulnerable in that moment. This is her first time being vulnerable with the group. And then Candy said what Jasmine said the last episode. Or was it this episode? It was this episode, whatever episode it was. She like, oh, it was this one. She like, I didn't see you go back and forth with people deeper than that. Like, so the math ain't mathing, baby. She ain't say that
Right.
part. That was me. She just said, I seen you have deeper conversations. Drew said, well, have you thought that maybe I'm dealing with other things? Or like, have you thought about, maybe I'm dealing with some stuff? Because I mean, she didn't say all that, but basically it's like, if you see me in this moment being different, maybe something with me is different. Like, did you think about that? So Candy apologized. Sheree asked Sonya, I guess they got to pivot because ain't nothing else to talk about. So Sheree like, hey Sonya, how things going with you? Sonya's like, because she noticed something off with her at the Mommy Nation brunch.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, she told her about what happened between her and her sister, and her sister got mad, and she didn't attend the brunch. They get into a conversation about how they all get into a conversation at that point about how they should all support each other, and mainly how nobody has no She by Sheree orders. I don't see no She by Sheree orders in my phone, so then they all they all put their orders in, and then the next thing you know, they start to have a little girls' party, and then we get on the screen that production wraps at 11:47 p.m. I will say this. These producers are very Angie like, okay? Because you could have easily just said 11:45. You could have said 11:30. You could say midnight. But you know what they give you? Exact. 11:40. These are my people. Okay. These are my people. 11:47. I will tell a story. It was about 3:23, y'all. I'm going to give you or was it 3:24? It was 3:23 and 28 seconds. And then what had happened was like, listen. Anyway, production wraps at 11:47 p.m. Then we get the wording 1 hour later at the party. Drew is talking now. Okay, before I get into that, the video. So if production wrapped, whose video are we looking at? Like, does it just like, do they keep the cameras rolling, but it's like we're
Probably
done,
keep the cameras rolling,
or is
but
there
don't
just
have or
like
have
cameras in the
one
room
camera. Maybe they only have like one camera in the room with them or something.
just in case? I
Something
don't
goes
know.
down because it wasn't like how it
It
was
wasn't
like
clear.
right. Like it definitely looked like okay, no lights are on. You basically getting this nightlight vision.
Mm-hmm.
I
But no,
got
it was
this.
lights on, but it's not like production
It
lights.
ain't right. It ain't for real for real.
Yeah. So
Some of it I was like, can y'all turn on the light? Where's your ring light? Like what's going on?
So they're 1 hour later at the party. Drew is talking about someone trying to kiss her and someone humping on her. And it turns out the girls are reliving the Bolo trip that they did for Cynthia many moons ago for her bachelorette party thing. And if you didn't watch that, the gist of that was Candy threw a bachelorette. Was it Candy and Kenya? Maybe they put it together and Candy provided the
Mm-hmm.
entertainment. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Either way it goes, they had this little bachelorette party thing for Cynthia at this cabin somewhere, and Candy invited. I thought it was more. Was it just the one stripper? I guess it was just Bolo.
It was just
Candy
Bolo.
invited the
Oh,
stripper
Bolo and his
Bolo.
thing.
Bolo and little big Bolo. Okay. Just said Bolo and his thing.
Oh my bad, I forgot. He brought somebody with him.
Right, he brought somebody.
So Candy had the stripper Bolo. If you watch All the Queen's Men, ain't he in All the Queen's Men?
Is he?
I think he is in All the Queen's Men. But yeah, so he was there. He was a stripper there, and some things had happened. We didn't see because that's when it was really dark. Or the cameras wasn't even in the the cameras weren't in the building.
Didn't Kenya say that they covered it up or something? I feel like somebody said that they had covered up the cameras or something.
Oh, you know what? I do think that they covered up cameras. And whatever. It was just
too much.
Oh, I think I said all the queen. Did I say all the kings or did I say all the queens? Okay. So yeah. So they covered up the cameras. Really couldn't see. Yeah, Michael Bower. I think. Yeah, Bolo. He on All the Queens, man. Couldn't see what was going on. Allegedly, people was kissing, making out, humping. Somebody was humping on that thing. What they had said. It was just a mess, y'all. Just a mess. Yes. So at that party, they had said that it was this girl at the time named Latoya, and Latoya and Drew didn't even get along. But for some reason, at this party, Latoya and Drew had made out, and they've been saying that since that season wrapped. Like they've been saying Toya and Drew was kissing. So it comes out again at this party, and Drew denies, and she was like, "That didn't happen. She never made out with Drew, or she never made out with Latoya." So then she's like, she don't know where it's coming from. So she's in her confession like, "I don't know where that's coming from. I never made out with her." This is how I know Drew was a liar, because Drew said,
"This is how you knew."
Well, I mean, we already know she's a liar. This is more evidence that Drew is a liar. Her case is being built. Her case is built, but we are just laying out the facts. Okay, like that man said about Carly. These are the facts. Okay, let me give you the facts. Fact one. Well, you know what? Yes, fact one. She said she did make out with that girl. Fact two. I don't know where it's coming from. Y'all remember those two facts. Production says, well, Latoya said it at the reunion. Drew says, oh, well, Latoya said that because Candy told her to say that. So then, fact two, you lied. Because you said you ain't know where it was coming from.
It is coming from Candy.
So you should have been like, I never made out with her. I don't know why Candy keeps telling that lie. That's what you should have said. And maybe we would have believed it. Candy told, if you would have been in that moment when they were talking about it in the room with the little camera that we could see, and Candy said, yes, you did. She could have said, Candy, you know you told that girl to say that. Like, you could have called her out, whatever. But you ain't say nothing, whatever. You ain't say nothing about that. You know why? Because you kissed that girl. You did. So then, back at the party, Drew was telling everybody that Latoya apologized to her and Ralph about the many lies that she told. Kitty was in her confessional like, girl, listen, you can't make me unsee what I saw. It's burned in my eyes.
You said I seen it. Like, I'm not talking about what Latoya told me or what I seen. I mean, what I heard.
This is not rumored.
Well,
that's my event.
My right and my left. Like,
I brought the mans. I brought you. I brought the girls. We had a party. We was living it up. Woo. We was twerking it up. We was having a good time. And the next thing I know, I looked over. Y'all was doing what y'all was doing. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Candy ain't mad at it. Candy a freak like that. She probably like that stuff. I'm not judging you, girl. I'm not gonna make it up. I don't know why y'all be acting like Candy gonna make this stuff up for why.
Like, for real. Like, this one, she don't have to make up nothing.
She said, you ain't gonna make me unsee what I saw. She asked the girls, or she asked her, like, well, is you saying I'm a liar? Or no, she asked the girls. If she said I'm a liar, because y'all know, I'm not gonna sit up here and lie on no one. And I believe it was Marlo's voice I heard that said, you will lie dead before you tell a lie. Whatever. She said, you lie dead before you lie. And I was like, yes, that baby don't be lying. For what? I ain't got no reason to lie. I don't know if it was Marlo. It sounded like Marlo. Kitty says she doesn't like it when people try to say she's lying. You need to just say that we gonna agree to disagree. Drew says people are telling her she did something that she didn't do. So then Candy gets frustrated and she says she going to her room. Production cuts to Marlo and asks her, did you see Latoya and Drew making out?
I was cracking up. She said
that baby
80%. Yeah.
Baby said 80%. I did see them kiss.
They said,
where the 20% come from? Drew done got me thinking that she's telling the truth. I said no.
She said yes. Well, she said 80%. I did see them kiss.
80%. I was thinking like, girl, you know it's 100%. They're like, what happened to the 20%? And she said, well, Drew, she lied. She acts so good. I'm just not sure. she got me confused. She got me believing her.
Girl, when I tell you I was dying, I said, because I really was trying to figure out where her other 20% went, but that makes sense though, because when somebody is literally
that adamant,
you, like acting and so adamant about like,
but I'm like Candy, you can't make me unsee what I saw. Okay.
But if somebody is like the one that is doing it, like for real, you can't make me like if I seen it, it's like, dude, I saw it. Like, you know, it's like your kid lying to you and you like,
but I saw you.
Who took the cookies out the cookie jar?
Not me.
Like, it's true. Couldn't be. Then who? No, nigga, I saw you. Like,
mommy, you took the cookie out the cookie. Did I take the cookie out the cookie jar?
Right, because then you be like,
I did want a cookie.
I did have a cookie. So what's that mean? No, that wasn't me. Like, I know that was you.
No, I feel like I'm gonna give Marlo a pass. That baby said 80%. You know why? Because it was a party. Production had rap. Them babies was drinking. Okay, she was probably gone. She probably was like, I think I saw them kissing. I don't know, because everybody was talking about it, so I saw it. But at the same time, my mind could be playing tricks on me. And then this baby is so adamant that she ain't do that. So maybe I didn't see what I thought I saw because I was drunk. And Candy like, listen, I don't drink. I'm always sober.
I need production to drop another camera because I know that they had another camera in there and I need them to show.
Was it only? No, they need to just call Cynthia. Who else? Cynthia, Portia. Who else was there that season? Cynthia,
Girl,
Portia.
Look, I was drawing the blank. I was like, God, no.
I feel like it was somebody, some other person that was a friend of the show, and I liked her, but I can't remember who it was.
Was
who was the one that was getting into it with? No, she wasn't getting into it. No, I think that was
Portia friend. Was Portia friend there? Shamia.
I don't think Shamia was there. I don't know. But anywho, they got other people now. The people then listen. If Candy said it happened again, Candy don't drink. Okay, so Candy know what she saw.
Don't.
She ain't got no beer goggles.
She wasn't drunk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She ain't got no beer goggles. Where I know what I saw, we was getting freaky. We was all having a good time. We was having ladies weekend humping on each other or humping on Bolo, and then y'all was kissing on each other. Okay, that's what had happened. Anywho, production asked Drew if she has ever kissed a woman, and she says she never has. And then they cut to 3 months later. And the news of her and Ralph getting the divorce has hit the blogs. And it is rumored that she is dating former WNBA player Ty Young. And then that's the end of the episode. So I'm hoping that the next week's episode picks up. I think they did show the preview, but I can't remember if it was like, do we gotta wait the 3 months? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do we gotta wait a couple episodes to get to that 3 month period? Because y'all ain't had to do all that. Like, y'all could have just next episode just be 3 months. later. Just be there because. But I guess we got to see maybe the fallout between her and Ralph and everything because Ralph was like, "You kissed that girl? Like did you kiss her?" And she's like, "No." But to me, let me tell you what I don't. Ain't no way. I'm gonna sit up here and say, well, I ain't gonna say it. Well, me. I am talking about me. If I never kissed a girl, never had no interest in kissing a girl, never wanted to kiss a girl, you're not gonna catch me in no role playing a role where I'm about to get turned out and be kissing a girl.
No, those are facts.
I'm like, girl,
You
for
know
somebody who very adamant.
you know what this. I mean, you know what this scene is about to be, right? Like you got the paper and everything, and you know exactly what is required of you.
Girl, that says I got a girlfriend. It says it says me and my husband trying to do a threesome. I gotta kiss. I gotta let her go. I gotta do what? I gotta what? I got with who?
Girl,
Listen, ma'am. No, I don't know. So it's just very weird that you're just so adamant about how you didn't kiss this girl. You didn't kiss this girl, and then you get a role where you got to kiss a girl, and you like, okay, I'll do it. Okay, like, girl, no, that doesn't make the math ain't mathing, and that's just it, y'all. We gonna let y'all go. That's it. We caught up. We're gonna try to be on time next week. All right, next week we're gonna be on time for y'all. But if you've enjoyed this episode, give us a thumbs up. Did you see Xavier's video? YouTube, not on YouTube, on Facebook. I put a video of my son, his little tablet. He be doing his little he records himself. So it's a video of him and his little brother. And he's like, all right, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Press the like button, smash that subscribe button or whatever it is. Listen, y'all. Okay. My baby about to teach me some stuff. Okay. So don't be acting like I ain't warned y'all ahead of time, okay? Hawk smash, in the words of my baby, Hawk smash that subscribe button, okay? And come back and see us again, okay? We love y'all. We like for y'all to be here with us. And I don't know when this is going to come out. It's going to be late Wednesday, early Thursday. But Friday, July 28th, come back because...
my baby birthday.
It's her baby birthday too, but come back because we're gonna have a podcast episode for y'all. Okay, it's a real podcast episode. So come back. We'll see y'all then. If you don't come back Friday, I guess we'll see y'all next Wednesday. Thank you. Ta ta.